LinkedIn Live. Today is Thanksgiving, and I want to give my thanks to everybody who's listening, everybody who has listened, and everybody who plans on listening into the future. So today's topic is how to bring a Thanksgiving mindset to your LinkedIn success journey. And I've come up with 11 different ways that you can help yourself by really giving thanks to others. And by giving thanks to others, I mean giving before you get and giving more than you would get typically and getting it faster than you would get typically because you don't want to be typical. Typical is like 875 million people in a crowd trying to break through. How you break through is not by busting in, but finessing your way in based on the value you bring and based on your authentic, true voice, which LinkedIn Live gives you enormous opportunities to express yourself, be authentic, be relevant, be dependable. I mean, it just really showcases you in a great way that just text or normal video posting won't do. By the way, chat is open. Be glad to bring anybody on the show with their comments, thoughts, and insights. So feel free to participate. It's a great way to be recognized and be promoted among my audience. So with that said, what is a Thanksgiving type mindset? Well, it's a belief that you're coming from abundance and more abundance is going to come to you. And in order for it to happen, you have to demonstrate that you deserve it. Because typically in life and in business, and especially LinkedIn, it's not what you want or need, it's what you deserve that you typically get. And you're the one who determines the price you pay for the proper respect, recognition, appreciation that will allow people to engage with you because they already know who you are, why you are, and what you're going to bring as far as value to them. So let's go through the list. First of all, is recognizing and promoting others. Whatever makes you feel great on LinkedIn makes people like you feel great on LinkedIn. So do to them what you're hoping will be done for you, and you'll see it's a cycle. And if you're first to go, you get more things in motion. You're more proactive. You're not sitting around waiting for something to happen that may or may not happen. And if it does, it's going to happen on its old sweet time. So be proactive, reach out to people, promote people. When you see something really good, your authentic voice isn't just about you, it's about how you feel about others also in expressing it. So if you see someone who's doing great work, who's a wonderful person, make everybody aware of it because that person will really appreciate what you're doing. But more importantly, their audience will get third party validation based on what you're sharing through association. Next is sharing quality content. I try every day to bring whatever I'm learning, the latest in what I'm learning, to the table every day and sharing it. And hopefully, people can learn from my mistakes, could learn from my successes, and can learn from my insights in how to have the right mindset, to have the right relative viewpoint of what's fair, what's expected, and that should allow your patience to go up and your perseverance to go up. So by sharing quality content that's meaningful, you're raising everybody's awareness and knowledge set, and you will ultimately get credit for it one way or another. The other thing is amplifying your reach. You can't help a lot of people if you're not working with a lot of people. The way to work with people is engaging them, nurturing them, bringing them into the fold, seeing what kind of opportunities you have. When I look at connections, I look at strategic relationships. I don't already determine, is this a customer? Is this somebody I want to patronize? Is this somebody I want to co-promote something with? Why get ahead of yourself? Let it organically grow to what it should be in its own time. And if you got enough going on, you're not waiting on anybody. So, I mean, that's so important. So, amplify your reach by who supports you based on who you support. And it's a ratchet up together type of strategy. Knowledge sharing, having collaboration groups in your comments, in your post. Share your knowledge and your experience that piggybacks on what their topic is. So it's not just, hey, great post, but hey, based on this, I realize that I want to share it with everybody. All of a sudden, you're raising your own distinction and differentiation based on your viewpoint. Community support. Really get behind a community. Leave the log pile bigger than you found it. Help others before they ask or need to. Oh, we've got our first comment. Paul Simmons is here. Well, thank you, Paul. Video is crucial to connecting and building trust with your audience. So true. Because you can't hide from what people see. With a text, with any type of post, you can be opaque. You can misrepresent yourself, and a lot of people do, but eventually time will either expose you or promote you. So it's so important, to be the example of what you're trying to attract. Bigger results. By having better, bigger results, you add credibility because you're showing what you're getting, not just what you're doing and hope to get one day. Everybody tells you the if come story. LinkedIn gives you same day results. That's what you go by. Whatever you did, you got to score. You like to score, build on it. You don't like to score, change the game plan. You don't like the people you're working with, upgrade. Buy some vowels to solve the puzzle. Referrals, accelerate your success through referrals. By helping others, it's more about showing that you have the capacity to help others, that you're willing to help others. And, when you're helping others, you're helping yourself because you're getting valuable feedback. You're getting a lot of insight into someone else working something that you don't have to, but you can learn from. It's like going to the gym and someone else gets the muscles along with you. So that's so important, is really getting referrals going, connecting people. And that's the ultimate goal, I think, on LinkedIn, especially with LinkedIn Live, is being a connector. Both parties will appreciate you even more if you can just connect them, assuming everything works out, but you're only responsible for what you're responsible for. Build an audience while you're building your show. Everybody's so focused on content. If no one sees it, there is no content. So you got to continue to build your show, whatever that is. I do LinkedIn Live every day, and eventually, just through activity, learning, failing my way to the top, engaging people like myself, it's so important to lead by example. Be top of mind awareness when people are thinking of what you offer. Right now, I just launched a great new LinkedIn Live coaching program. It's value packed, but the point is you have to be known before you're needed. That's a really important philosophy. So get out there, get people in their own way remembering you when they think about what you do and what you say. And when the time comes, you'll be top of mind awareness. And everybody's got their time. Everybody's got their position. Give them their time and position. There's a saying, some will, some won't. So what? It's a sorting opportunity. And you take the ones who are willing, able, and committed to going forward. And that's something they need to determine. You can help them, but it's, that's what's going to make it happen. Really be able to invite people on things that you're already into. I love doing co-LinkedIn Lives. I'm always happy to include others. I've done about 6 this week with 6 different people, and they've all been unique in their own way and valuable. Thank you, Paul. I like that you like a lot of what I'm doing. Be known in order to be needed. Top of mind. and really having calls. I used to go right to the Zoom call. Now I'm going to the LinkedIn Live because you know what? If you're going to meet somebody new, why don't you meet them in the most public place possible? Why don't you give them an opportunity to be recognized and promoted and give them an opportunity to get their toe in the water on LinkedIn Live on so many parts? You're building goodwill. And that's the whole foundation of this talk today is how do you endear yourself to so many people as you continue to build your reputation. Hopefully that's very authentic, relevant, dependable. I mean, those attributes stick with people. So, and the last thing is continue to include people. But here's a really important element. Don't keep going back to what didn't work with who didn't want to work because it's just been a while. There's a saying, it's easier to give birth than raise the dead. Work with what's working today. Work with who is out there today. The best place I go to is who viewed my profile. And that shows someone had an interest in me and someone had to know some about me to want to look at my profile. And if you get back to that person within, let's say, a day, sooner the better, you can always say, thank you so much for having an interest. I see we have blah, blah, blah in common. Would you like to have a Zoom? Or if they're really somebody that you can qualify as someone who's significant and could benefit you and vice versa, invite them on a LinkedIn Live call. It takes very little to set up, and it really puts people on their best behavior because now people are looking at them while you're talking with them. And it kind of puts some guardrails on too. So with that said, I'm happy to hear any insights, questions. You can direct message me. Like I said, I've got a great LinkedIn Live show program that's, taking what I'm doing every day and sharing it and allowing people to get to the fast lane and achieve certain levels of success that they weren't getting before. So with that, have a happy, wonderful Thanksgiving. Feel free sharing this video, and look forward to talking tomorrow with some new insights, tips. But have a safe, fun time, and give thanks to those around you who maybe you don't always take into consideration, and add a little bit more to the log pile than when you found it. So with that said, have a great day, great Thanksgiving, and we'll talk tomorrow.